welcome back to Bake, Thrift, Decorate. My name is Dusty and welcome to my 2023 Christmas home tour. So if you're ready to see my home decorate for Christmas, let's get started. There's Mr. Lenny. Are you joining us for the tour? Well then, anyhow. So this is a new wreath I got this year. I got it at Amazon and I added the red ribbon. I love how traditional and just, to me, it feels old-fashioned and I love that about it. So that is what's on our front door. I also got a new wreath from Amazon on the back door. I love the vibrant colors and how it just sparkles and shimmers, especially right now at kind of like getting at twilight hour with the stained glass windows. It's so beautiful. So then over here on our entryway table, this little tree, I got at the Vintage Market in Raleigh in November. And this tree, the church, came from an estate sale recently. Love the stained glass. And there's Eve. Oh goodness, I haven't turned on my village, just a minute. There, that's better. Wake up people, time to join the tour. So these little houses, my daughter and I bought them. They were Christmas ornaments. We bought them at Michael, and then we spray painted them with nutmeg brown spray paint, and then went over them with white enamel paint pens to make little gingerbread houses. She has 3 and I have 3. There's Eve. She's got her holiday finery on, so she looks all festive. And I believe the picks all came from Hobby Lobby. Now these picks came from Amazon, I believe. And the little baubles are also from Amazon. Well, not that one, but these glass ones, these old vintage style glass ones. And then I just threw in some extras. I thought it was kind of fun and festive. So Eve's kind of in the shadows there, but there's a better picture of Eve. And down below, I don't remember where I got this. I got this last year. It might have even been a gift from somebody, but I love cats, so that's perfect. And then I have a little feather tree. I don't remember if I got that on Amazon or Etsy. And then my daughter and I each got a pair of mice, and she took the one, I can't remember what hers says. Maybe it's Faith, and then mine says Hope. So there's my little mousy friend. And that red sparkly tree skirt is actually a red scarf. So, oh, look who came back. Are you joining us now? Yeah. Too much attitude for an old man. He's 15. He'll be 16 this next year. Then the last little thing I put in here is this wreath. It's actually the wreath I had hung on the front door, but I wanted to replace it. So I just stuck it on our hall tree momentarily and decided, you know what? I like it there for the holiday season, so that's where I'm gonna leave it. It's kind of a hassle sometimes to hang up our coats and stuff, but I don't care. Sometimes when it comes to decor, it's like women and wearing shoes that are uncomfortable. You do it for fashion, so there you go. Next on the stop, we're gonna go different this time. We're gonna go into the library. Step in here to the library. You can see the dent. That's because the cats like to sleep there. So I pretty much just kind of leave it because that's like their spot. But over here, I have this. So I think he must have been an ornament because he's got a hole there. But my friend Marnie used to work at, get a little bit of a picture of him, at a middle school, and sometimes people would bring stuff in they no longer wanted and give it away. And so she brought that home, and then when she said, does anybody want this? And I was there, I said, I will take it. I love it. So my little snowman head. Then this little guy, I got him at Southport a week or so ago when I went to visit my daughter at their Christmas house. I just think it's so much fun. Then I have this music box. That came from an estate sale. So I'll give it a little whirl. Then these little bells, I believe, came off Amazon. I just like the little sparkle and kind of vintage vibe they add. Then I changed out my fleece blanket, or shall I say Mika's fleece blanket, because she likes to lay there a lot. And this is one I made. I got the material from Michael's. Joann's. They were having fleece on sale for $5 a yard. So it's reversible. I got snowflakes on the other side. I'll flip it to in January. And I got the little pillow on Amazon. Then back over here, there's a few. Finley had a bow. Pretty sure he did. So he's already dressed for Christmas. Then this beautiful silver bowl was part of a door prize I won from Blue Bicycle, and I just filled it with some baubles. This was one of my favorite finds this year. It's a 1950s bottle brush tree, and I got it at an estate sale, and it's musical. Just a moment, I'll wind it up. Isn't that awesome? When I saw it, I liked it because it was a bottle brush tree, and I love bottle brush trees. And then when it dawned on me it was musical, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to buy this. Isn't it amazing? So that's a little bit of Christmas over here. On my little light, I added a little red bow. And you can see back in the office, that's my phone charger, and it's got Christmas lights on it. This is another pillow cover I got when we went to Raleigh's Vintage Market, Christmas Market in November. And then there's my favorite book tree. So it has all of my favorite books as ornaments that I made myself to put on the tree. And I do have a video where I explained each of them and showed it up close. So I will link that below if you want to see a close-up view of it. Then this little garland came from Amazon. I added some. The garland I had from last year, I believe, and then I just added some fairy lights. This Christmas tree is new. I believe I got it at Home Goods. And then these little lights. Oh, my bad. I'm just all kinds of bad. These also light up. The little treat boxes from Target. One had cookies and one had tea. There we go. So they light up as well. And that came from Target. I added his little scarf because I thought he needed some color. A bottle bus tree and the Santa he came from an estate sale. And I keep wanting to call it a reindeer, but when everyone saw my daughter's home tour, they saw him because she has one as well, and they voted he's a moose. So I will call him Marty Moose, the Christmas moose. How about that? This is a feather tree. I bought it years ago, and I mean probably close to 30 years ago at a garage sale. So I love that thing. Had it for a long time. Then I added some ornaments for our pets. M for Mika, L for Lenny, L for Lexi. So they're the only ones that get ornaments. Darren and I don't have ornaments, but there I'll show you a big overview of the fireplace. And Mr. Lenny walking through again. But yep, there's our Christmas fireplace. I just think I love how it turned out this year. That is our fireplace. And that is pretty much all that I've done in this room. Just some little touches. And the next room, we'll go into the kitchen. So this is our kitchen. I've hung this wreath, another Amazon find. I love the red berries, and then I added a red velvet bow. And then another little touch, just a little wreath here by this light. There's Milner, my kitchen hammer. Then up over here, garland from Amazon, and then this wreath, I made that. Got some wooden snowflakes and painted them and drew them in to look like gingerbread, and then added them to a wreath. So a little bit of Christmas there. And then this little angel, I just love it. It's just cheap plastic Christmas ornament. I don't even remember from where. The bottle brush, or I guess it's not a bottle brush tree, but the tinsel tree little bells. That came from The Promise. It's a store downtown. And the picture behind it, let's see if I can get out of the glare. There we go. My daughter drew that, Hailee. She drew it years ago for my mom, and when my mom passed away, I took it back because I wanted to have it in my house. She did such a beautiful job. I had to change my letterboard. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. The whole reason of Christmas. Christ come down, Emmanuel with us. So up here, this angel came from an estate sale. I've turned it a little bit into my mother. She always collected angels, and I guess I've started collecting a few too. And that picture has my mom's favorite recipe, one from my grandma Ella, and one from my Aunt Dina. And they're all in heaven waiting for me to come join them someday. Then this, I got a set of all these bells and decided to make a little garland. And this little guy, my best friend gave me last year, Marnie, and I bought him this year. He's a little antique snowman, some bottle brush trees I made, and there's my hot cocoa bar, or maybe it's hot cocoa to go. So, and then I did a tutorial showing everyone how to make this garland. So I made Christmas garland, and you can make it for Christmas or for fall. You could color coordinate it as well. Then over here I have a teeny tiny little jingle bell tree. Well, hello, Miss Lexi. Are you joining us on the tour as well? Hi. Next up, the dining room. This is our dining room, decorated for Christmas. I will start in this corner. I know it's not Christmassy, but I wanted to include it because I love cats, and therefore I wanted it in the video. But that one's a cookie jar I got on Facebook Marketplace, and I love it. Estate sale, eBay, and eBay because, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. That's a picture of my mama holding cats, just like those that my dad gave her one year for Christmas. So I wanted to find them as another connection to my mama. Up here, oh, got some glare going on. There we go. So this came from an Etsy shop that does primitives. And then I bought that on eBay. I love those old decorative plates. That came from Thriftique. This came from a shop in Wilmington called Fleabody Antiques. And that came from the Christmas shop in Southport. And he came from an estate sale. And he's a little worn, but I love his patina, and he's a Japan little guy. So I thought he was sweet. And on the next shelf, she came from the Raleigh Vintage Market. Hobby Lobby. And this is a church here in Fayetteville. Just a moment, I think Lexi's messing with my tree. Sorry for the little commercial interruption. Had to go chase Lexi from the tree, and now she sat behind the little turkey. I swear she never cares about it until I'm busy doing something else, and then like a child, she wants my attention, so she's naughty. Anyway, so these two plates both came off. Well, this one came from Thriftique, I believe, and that one came from eBay. Oh my gosh, I hear her. She's walking on stuff. Little brat. Bratty catty. I've had him a long time. I don't know where he came from, and that's Toddy. He came from the antique store in Sanford. And then on the bottom shelf, this is from an estate sale. That came from eBay. And I've just collected these from different places over time. I don't even know where. He's my recent find in an estate sale. I love him. And this came from Barn and Beach. It's a little shop in Southport. And they have booths and some handmade crafted items and some antiques, and I love this. I know it's not Christmassy, but I think because it's gold and red and bright, it can, and there's a cardinal in there, it can be a part of Christmas. Why not? So that is that curio. Then this is something my daughter and I each made together, one for ourselves. It's got little recipes and little Christmas cookie cutters and ribbons on it, so I thought it'd be a good place to hang it was there. Then I made this little Christmas or gingerbread village. There's a short when I made it. It's just wooden houses painted with that nutmeg brown. And I put some fairy lights behind it. You don't see them as well because it's a little bit bright out, but it's still fun. And then over here we have the Hoosier. I have a little snowman. He came from an Etsy store. That's a bell my grandma Jones collected all 12 days, so I have one of the days there. My daughters have some of the others, and a couple got missing. Then threw in some Christmassy vines with the cats. And that came from Hobby Lobby. And then over here, my best friend Marnie gave me the tea time book and the tea time sign. And I bought that a few years ago at Hobby Lobby because it reminded me of one my grandmother had that broke. But so that's my nod to Grandma Ella. And then these Christmas pie plates with all the recipes. I love them. I did make a video where I made that Christmas morning coffee cake, and it was pretty delicious. So there's a new find. He came from Hobby Lobby. And then this is just one of my teacups I have, and threw some little baubles in there. And then a plethora of bottle brush trees and a little Santa. I think he's so cute. I love his surprised expression. And then some vintage silverware I found at estate sales. And he's an old one. He's got the little Japan mark on him. I love him. The snowman, I thought he's kind of fun. That's just a Christmas ornament with the bottle brush tree. And I got her at the Raleigh Market. And then I found that Christmas Carol book at an estate sale. This tree and that tree, I actually made the yarn trees. So that's my little vignette in there. And in this curio, Hailee and I made trees. So that's the tree she made. And then we have, I'm gonna open this so you can see. I got her recently at Cursive downtown. I thought she was super neat. She may not be, I guess she can be Christmas, she's an angel, but I'll probably leave her out all the time because I just love her. So up here, this came from the Raleigh Vintage Market. The light up tree, that came from Cotton Exchange before it closed. Still miss Cotton Exchange, it was such a great antique shop. And then the little angels are like ones my mother had. Hers are about half that size, but only one is left. And it's in my bedroom on a shelf so I can not lose it. But those are replicas. The plate came from the Blue Bicycle, and then that one came from Thriftique. It's the set of the Four Seasons for courier knives. And then he's an ornament, but I still like him here, and he came from an estate sale. Then way down here we have these two little reindeer, also came from estate sale. The cookie plate came from Piccadilly. And then there used to be a little shop in Lillington called Counting Stars. Now she mostly does pop-up booths and stuff online, but she had that. And it wasn't for sale, but she knew I liked it so much she went ahead and sold it to me anyhow. And then on the bottom shelf, I bought a mystery box from a shop here in North Carolina on Etsy, and this was one of the pieces, this reindeer. It's amazing. If I can find the shop, I'll link it in the description. And then this came from, I believe, Cotton Exchange before it closed. It's a little cardinal, and then I added some balls into the candy dish. The plate is from eBay. And then this, love this piece with the reindeer. That's from Piccadilly. So, and then it's just full of some spoons, wooden spoons, and vintage silverware. So that is this little curio. And then the last thing to show you in here is my centerpiece. So I have some faux candles because I wanted to have the light on more. And when you light them, I always get nervous about just leaving them lit. And I have this came from an estate sale. I just filled it with some bubbles. Same with the other one. And then these are my reindeer from the Raleigh Market. And then for the dough bowl, I just filled it in with Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus, and a couple of lambs. So that is my dining room for Christmas. And Lexi, are you finally behaving yourself? Well, there's Lexi. At least she's not under the tree. And there's Lenny. We had to move a chair into our bedroom. And since this one was smaller and it was in our bedroom, we brought it out here so we can make space for the Christmas tree. And the cats love it out here. Lexi will actually sit in it and watch TV. So I'll pop in a little picture here so you can see her watching TV from that chair. Never seen a cat watch so much TV. Then over here, I got one of my presents early for Christmas from Darren. It's a candle snuffer. Isn't it awesome? I love how this looks like a flower and then there's a little bird and it's a branch. So, had to put that out. Some more jingle bells. And this, I don't remember where I got this wreath. I've had it a little bit. So my daughter, Hailee, made this a long time ago. She was probably 12 or 13. And it's been a bit beat up. But I used to have a ceramic drummer boy that my mom had made. And our basement flooded, and when their dad got upset about it, it got broke. But I saved this music box. So I just incorporated it into this piece. And now it's even more special because I have the music box with the song I love, and this made by my daughter. Over here on this end table, this is a wreath I believe I got that, I don't know, could be Amazon, could be Hobby Lobby, it's hard to say. And I bought myself a nutcracker this year because I didn't have one and felt like I should. And then this is a little Lori Mitchell figure. I just thought she was so fun and sweet. So I bought her for Christmas, a Christmas angel. And then I have pillow covers. The red and white one is from Amazon, and the church is from the Raleigh Vintage Market. And then I bought this one this year from Amazon as well. And then over here, this came from Whimsy Barn Vintage Etsy shop. Some bottle brush trees. And I don't remember where I got the reindeer. It may be Hobby Lobby, it might be Amazon, I don't honestly remember. And this bottle brush tree is one that I made. Well, I didn't make the tree, but I made the little thing to put the tree in. And then we have a little candle. This candle smells so good. They're a Goose Creek, and see that cookie maple syrup, and it smells amazing. I love it. Then over on this end table is another wreath like the one in the kitchen. And this little guy, I think he's from Hobby Lobby, but I'm not sure. I've had him a little while, so I don't know. But I thought he was lots of fun. Then some more jingle bells. This came from an estate sale. This came from a different estate sale. And then inside I put this little snowman guy. And I made him. Isn't he so cute? I just love him. And then this is my collection of music boxes. And I won't play them all because that'd be a bit too much. But I believe my mother gave me this one and this one. And then that one's from Hobby Lobby. And that one, I don't remember, maybe Target. This one, I bought it at Walmart, oh my goodness, years ago, probably 20 so years ago. I just changed the batteries in it. I'll let it play for a little bit so you can see it, but then I'll shut it off because it does get a little annoying. I guess that wasn't so bad. What do you think, Lexi? Oh, cat glitter. Anyway, so that's my music box, Christmas music box collection. And over here, that one came from Amazon, and that one, and not this year. That was like last year or so. And this little guy, that came from Amazon, my little gingerbread house. Here is my little village collection. This one is from Target. And I got it last year, and my husband was so sweet to cut a hole in it so I could put a little fake votive underneath it with all the bottle brush trees. And that came from Old Market this year, as well as this did. This is actually an ornament, but I decided to make it a village. Same with these two. Or maybe they were last year. I don't remember. And I don't remember where I got these two either. I've had them a while. But my husband also cut a hole in the bottom of that one so that way I could light it up as well. So there's my little Christmas village. And then last on the tour is the tree. This is probably the tallest tree we've gotten. And I do love it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. It's real. And it's the last year we'll have a real one because, to be honest, it was a nightmare to put up. Maybe we'll laugh at it one year, but right now I'm still a little annoyed about it because it's so big, and it did go further down to the floor. Down here it was further. But as I started, I'd gotten the lights on it, and I'd gotten the garland on it, and I'd started decorating it, and it started to fall towards me. So I hollered for help, and my husband came and had to cut some branches and straighten it out. And then it started to look kind of bald on the bottom, and I had to redecorate all of it, and I was not very happy about it. I did not have the Christmas spirit. And then not only that, its boughs, and its branches and stuff are like not as strong and sturdy. So some of my ornaments are quite heavy, and it makes it hard. It doesn't want to hold them up. So, and then like if I stand here, the star is crooked, but there's no way to straighten it out because of the top of the tree. So it is what it is, but I do think it's beautiful. But next year, I finally won my case for an artificial tree because this one was such a nightmare. But at least it's going out with a bang because it is very beautiful to me. And I don't have a theme because my Christmas tree theme is just Christmas. So there's all kinds of vintage balls on there and current ones and stuff that are keepsakes and memories from times before. Like there's a picture of my daughter, and then there's a picture of me. Look at how much we look alike when I was younger. And then these two look like our cats. And there's our puppy Happy, who passed away years ago. There's a picture of my mom when we went to Chicago. Harry Potter. And I do have a few shiny brights in there. Should show you my two favorite ones. There's a picture of me and my mother. And there's a wedding one for Darren and I when we got married. And then each year on Shutterfly, I try and make ornaments like this to kind of highlight the year. So, and how about that? Because I love to bake, there's a stick of butter. And one for my husband was in the Navy. And then there's one that I did with my daughter. We made it, and it looks like it's my mom and I. We DIY'd it. And then there's another one I DIY'd. I just thought he was fun. He's eating cookies, and it's full of cookies. This one, I've had him since my childhood, since I was probably 5 years old. So that's like 50 years old. And then we got one for Miss Mika. And more ornaments up there. There's one of my shiny brights I love. That pink one, that's one of my favorites. It says Merry Christmas on it. And the ornament up there, my mother made that. She made a lot of beaded ornaments. Bald Head Island when I visited there with my daughter. And because we live in North Carolina. And then I do have one, I don't know if it'll show up, there we go, from when we lived in Nebraska. And then one for Fayetteville. And then there's one of Lenny. And then there's one of my daughter and I that made. And this angel, I've had that one a long time. I found it at a garage sale, and I know it's handmade, but I just love it. So, yeah, that's our tree. And that's that's the home tour. So thank you for joining me, friends. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And I hope you know that Jesus is the reason we have Christmas. That he came to this earth because he loved you so much. And he loved me so much. So he wanted to be here with us. To lead us, to guide us, to protect us, and to have a relationship with us. I guess it's fitting to end on that note because that's the nativity set. This was my mother's. She made it the year I was born. It's seen some nicks and chips and seen better days. Some pieces are chipped off, broken. One of them I had to glue back together. But I don't care. She made it and I love it. And I love what it means that Jesus came to be here to show us the way and the truth and give us life. So thanks for coming, friends. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a Merry Christmas, and come back and visit me.